Hey everyone. Oh, she's gone. Hey Benny, yeah, you're the first. There she is. Hi.
Oh, I'm a bit close up on that.
Sorry?
I'm a bit too close.
Oh no, you're good. I wonder if I am actually. How are you? You've been busy today.
Oh my God, so busy. It's absolutely crazy today between Hypno Clinic and Social Syndicate, but I love it.
Mad, 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 mad. So Esther, welcome to Woman on a Mission Live, and your very first one.
I know, so excited. I'm normally, so I'm like, yeah, I can't believe I'm on my own doing this.
Oh, well, it's just you and me
Yeah.
having a little chat. But so I just want to first of all welcome you and welcome everyone here. So please, if you want to share it with whoever you think would really enjoy listening to this, then please do tag everybody in and let them all know, because Esther is a whiz, let's say, not only with hypnotherapy, but also the social media side of things as well. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I like to think I am.
Of course you are. So Woman on a Mission Live, as you know, is just you and I having a chat and just sharing a little bit more about the person behind the account. And I think, well, you can probably tell me this more than anybody else, that connectivity and the face behind the account kind of is really important. And I know that you've already called me out about this, that I don't show my face very often. So this is my attempt at yeah, doing better. So this is all about you and me having a really friendly, really easygoing, chilled chat. I invited my audience to ask 5 questions or to share their biggest questions. So I've got a list. I've actually added another one on today, so I'm sorry about that. So are you okay? You set?
Yeah, all set, Claire. I'm ready. I'm
All
excited.
set. Brilliant. I'm so excited. So you're super busy. What, how does your day work? So you're social media guru, also hypnotherapist. Is that right word?
Yeah.
Um, Tell us how do you fit everything into your day?
Well, I think I've always been really good at organising, so I have to schedule everything for starters. Um, right down to who's picking the kids up from school, who's got the kids that day, what's for tea, everything's a plan. And even things like, self-care, I make sure I'm planning when I'm seeing the kids. Literally everything is in my diary. Actually, I'll use my phone calendar, so my
Okay.
notifications all of the time, because it's the only way I can keep track of like who I'm posting for, if I've got a social media coaching session in, or if I've got a hypnotherapist
Yeah.
session in. So it just depends on that really. But I try to outsource as much as I can as well. I think that's like a massive weight off my shoulders. And of course, I'm really lucky that, yes, Benny, hair wash is very important. I have to schedule that in. That's so annoying. I was
So
actually I was with a client the other day actually, and I was like, she was like really into working out, and I was like, you know what, I absolutely love working out, but I'm not working out as much as I like to at the minute because it's a real issue with my hair.
yeah, so true. It's so true. And
But
that
yeah,
word
just
outsource is probably one of the best words in the English language, isn't it? It's so important. And I know that I used to be very, very good at it, and recently I'm like juggle, juggle, juggle.
I know it's definitely key. Like I think investing in your business and yourself is the way to go, and obviously to grow your business, and that's what I recommend to my clients as well as myself. So I need to take on my own advice, so I do it as much as I can.
This is it. So the way that you organize your day is by using your calendar, outsourcing, writing things down. Big tip
Yeah,
there.
schedule everything in my phone. Literally, like I'm on my phone all the time. I don't really use pen and paper as much anymore. So
Okay,
it's scheduled in my phone calendar or in my notes section of my phone as well, like
yeah,
to do.
brilliant. Love that.
Yeah.
So tell me how, or tell us, how did the Social Syndicate come about? What's the background story about, just from that whole ding light bulb moment to it actually being, a functioning business?
Oh yeah. I suppose it's actually down to investment in myself again. So Rachel and I started hypnotherapy and relaxation clinic, and when we did, we invested in a business coach, and the business coach actually pushed me on to do the social media. And at first, it was just going to be solely coaching. So that's why it began Esther Hayes Socials. And I did loads of coaching, helped loads of people, loads of businesses, and I loved it. But in the meantime, I was getting requests by other businesses wanting me to help build their brand. And I thought, oh yeah, that's the girl I'm talking about,
There she is.
Bread and Butter Club, bless her. Tiff literally is a legend. So I'll send any details to anybody that's interested in having a business coach, because Tiff was really amazing. It's spurring us on and finding, I suppose, the strengths. Like, I knew deep down that I could do it. It was just, I needed hypnotherapy to get us the confidence, and then I also needed somebody to steer us along. And I didn't know, like, and obviously a business coach is perfect for that, so that worked really well. And then Syndicate was born because my business pivoted towards social media management and other things like email marketing, content creation. I still do some coaching on the side, but I'm stepping away slightly from that at the moment, just because I need to expand the business and I need to focus on employment that I've got coming up, and
Exciting.
yeah.
So I imagine I told you I'd add another question in, because I'm a bit cheeky like that. So do you have like a social syndicate day and then a hypnotherapy clinic day, or do you kind of like do morning and afternoon, or does it just kind of all kind of filter into one? So nosy,
Well,
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it's all right. I suppose I try and keep all my Fridays free, because I like to see my youngest daughter then, because
Yeah.
she's not at school yet, and I know that I'll lose that time. So I want to have a Friday with her. So obviously Saturdays and Sundays with both of the children, but on a Friday it's like me and her day. And then I try to do my clients on a Monday and a Wednesday for hypno, and then Tuesday, I try to do all of my admin and content creation, and then I post in between as well. So obviously with hypnotherapy, it's quite draining. So Rachel
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
deal with like 2 to 3 clients a day. So really, I try and aim around that. But we've got corporate offerings as well, so it just depends on what we've got going on. I mean, I just try and balance my days as much as I can. But yeah, it is very busy.
So you do sleep though, don't you? Right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Got your little Wonder Woman pants on.
obviously.
You're amazing. And because your husband's away as well, isn't he? So
Yeah,
you're mum of two little ones, two businesses, husband away.
yeah. I know, but I've always been a grafter, and I've never been able to like sit still and
Yeah.
like definitely work on like reflecting and journaling and slowing down more than I ever have done, because I've always been like 50 million miles an hour, can't stop, working out all the time. And I feel like I've changed my lifestyle. I don't work out as much, and yes, I would like to, but I would rather put my time into building a business and a sustainable future
Yeah.
for my family.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I could talk to you all day, but I need to go back to the questions that I've been sent to ask you. So we're going to go with that, if that's all right. So big news. Was it today or was it yesterday? With the new changes to Instagram. So
Yeah,
3 new, oh gosh, I've totally forgotten what they were. They're subscribing, the whole subscribing changes to Instagram.
yeah.
Can you talk us through that, and how you think it will affect kind of us here in the UK, and what those 3 new things are? Is that okay? That's like
Yeah,
6 questions in one, isn't it? Sorry.
because there's absolutely like every day Instagram launches something new, so I like barely keep up myself.
Yeah.
But the most recent update has been subscription for creator accounts. So I think personally that's a good thing. Now I posted on my story saying that it was a good thing and I'm really excited about it. And if
Oh,
anybody thinks it. And my DMs went mad because some people were like, yes, I think it's amazing. Some people were like, I think it'll really annoy other people that have their memberships on other sites,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
get. But obviously, you know, it's competition, and Instagram are trying to keep up with their competition, which is fair enough for them too. They want to, like, Instagram's main goal, isn't it, is to keep us on the app for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
they're going to be pushing as much as they can to keep up with this competitive world that we live in. And
Yeah.
it's so, it is evolving. There is definitely some major changes happening. I think there's a collective feeling at the moment that there's so many changes. But yeah, overall, I'm excited for subscriptions. I think it's
Yeah.
great. But there's somebody that DM'd us saying, I feel like it's got an OnlyFans vibe. And I was a bit like, oh, well, I suppose it's...
Oh, yeah. Depends which way you look at it, I guess. But yeah, yeah, absolutely. And they are changing it all the time, aren't they? And it's like with the whole Reels thing, you know, some people feel it really, really works for their account and other people just don't. So, which leads us on to the next two questions. So all in all, you're really excited about subscription and you think it's going to be great for us, for the creators of the Instagram one. Watch this space, I guess. Watch this space. I will be watching you to find out what we need to do. So what are the three biggest bloopers? The three things that you see that people do on Instagram and you're like, oh God, no, that's not going to help you.
Oh, you know what? I've got so many. That's so bad, isn't it? But
look at that. Benny posted a reel today because of you.
I know.
Well done, Benny.
No, I'm saying send it, press post, because I was buzzing off it. It was class reel.
It was so good.
Yeah. So bloopers will probably be, I think the main thing is people are still putting the hashtags in their caption, sorry, in their comments, and it needs to go in the caption because Instagram is pivoting towards a more SEO recognized platform. So the same like Google, if you search a keyword, you want your website to be high up. The same with Instagram, it works on the same premises where like if you put your hashtags in the comments, it's not going to get picked up by them robots. So you want to be getting them in the caption. And I would say not responding to comments. I still see people posting and ghosting, especially like just posted. Like it's so bad.
Post and ghost. Someone else has just said that as well. Don't post and ghost.
So yeah, post and ghosting's nightmare. It's really rude. Like you wouldn't do that across the street, would you? If somebody was shouting, "That's a really good outfit you've got on," you wouldn't ignore them. So that really winds us up.
Absolutely. Although I have to say, I am a bit. I sometimes post and then I'm either in a signal where there is no, or in a place where there is no signal, and I'm like, I could see stuff coming through and I can't, or I've tried to post it and it's just not gone through, and I'm like, I'm not ghosting, I promise. Yeah, so that's two. So the first one is they're not putting hashtags in their comment. That needs to go in the actual thing rather than the comments. The second one was posting and ghosting. What's number three?
Yeah, number would definitely be no keywords in the name. So you've got like your username, which is your business name or whatever you want to call it, but that's fine. But your actual profile name needs to have a word in there. So like obviously mine's got social media in, and hypnotherapy's got hypnotherapy in, because you need that searchable as well on Instagram. So make sure you have that on. That's something that I make changes to every day when I coach people or when I take as a client on.
Love that. Love that. Give us a little comment in the thing below if you're literally scribbling stuff down that you know you're gonna put it. Let us know what your biggest thing is. That'd be great. Which leads us on then. So you've given us your three biggest bloopers. What are your three like biggest tips? The three things that you're just like, yeah, you must be doing this.
So I think
social media and your Instagram.
Yeah, so for Instagram, absolutely is engagement. It is absolutely key. If you are posting amazing content and it's not being seen, it's most likely because you're not engaging with your followers, you're not engaging with people on your explore page, you're not engaging at all. So engagement means as well, not just commenting on your DM, commenting back on your posts, but also getting back to your DMs, also engaging on stories, you know, going through the stickers, and asking people questions on the stickers as well, like nurturing your audience in there too is really important. It also increases engagement on your account. And second would be consistency. Like, oh, absolutely 100%. And I totally get it. It's so hard to be consistent when you're balancing a business. It is so difficult. And if you can't afford to outsource, I've been there, I've done that, and it is difficult. But I think the major tip I would give, which I give to all my clients, is I plan all of my content at least a month in advance.
Wow.
So it's the only way, Claire, because I've got
Yeah.
so many different things going on.
And
So
so many ideas.
yeah, so I spend around 6 to 8 hours a month on one account creating the monthly content, and then I schedule all that on a scheduler app. But I never have an automatic schedule on it. It just has a time, and it gives us a notification when it comes up when I need to post. Yeah. But I physically press the post button because it means that I'm then gonna then engage. So it's not just happen automatically because I'll forget.
Not posting and ghosting.
Exactly. None of that, yeah, Claire.
There we go. Brilliant. So that's 2. So the first one was, just remind me again, because I was thinking, I was listening.
Engagement,
consistency, and number 3
is jargon. So I still see people using jargon all over that doesn't make sense to anyone else. Like, if I was talking about marketing, I wouldn't be using the jargon that I use. It needs to be easily digested. It needs to be easy to understand, easy to read. So breaking up your content into bite-sized pieces will help, because people's attention spans these days are decreasing. It's something like you forget like what you've read in like 60 seconds or something like that after you've read it. And
I just have to ask you again. That's so bad. I just proved your point.
Like, I'll say a post and then 2 minutes later I forgot what the post said. And then as well, like, it's making sure it's like easy to digest, because people have got no time. People are scrolling through Instagram really quickly, and if you want your content to be seen, it needs to be like have a hook to get them to stop and like stop the scroll and look through your content. But it needs to be bite-sized pieces so that you're not getting bored, but you're also creating that suspense and also connecting with them with like an emotion that you want to put across.
Yeah, because when you see those big chunks of just words, and you're just, flying out the door, or you're doing 3 or 4 things at the same time or whatever, I don't know about you, but I just can't. I have to really physically sit and read it, where if it's in the little paragraphs or you've got the spaces, it makes such a difference. Just a readability thing as well, isn't it?
Definitely. And like having it on a carousel is even better, because people can quickly flick through. I think the best form of content is carousels and reels, because reels are to get your audience to come and see you and get in front of new people, and then your carousels are to nurture them, educate them, inspire them. So you need a mixture of both, 100%. There's another tip.
Okay, cool, brilliant. So 3 top tips: engagement, consistency. Jeez, I've forgotten. No jargon. Swear to goodness, I'm so sorry. It's been one of those weeks. Let's just say. So I'm loving this. Has anyone got any questions? I'm seeing so many people joining us, which is brilliant. Benny's done both this week. Oh, give him a good star. Well done, Benny. He's on it this week for sure. So yeah, if you've got any questions, please send them through. Do you use Canva to make carousel, or are there other better options? I didn't see who that's from. Hold on one second, really close. That's Fiona Winburness, is that right? Yeah. Fiona Inverness. Dear, sorry. So do you use Canva or to make a carousel, or are there other better options?
So yes, I do use Canva, and I definitely think that is the easiest way. And I tend to make my template and then just keep using the same template. So I use the little 3 dots at the top of the post, and then I create a copy, and then I edit the whole of that copy, so it's so much easier.
When you say the 3 dots, what do you mean on Canva itself?
Canva, there's a little on when you're making your carousel post, you'll have like a three dots on the actual, or when you're seeing all your designs, they're all laid out ahead of you, and then you pick the one that you want, and you just literally click the three dots and say create copy, and then it
Oh
means that
yes, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
all of your designs saved, and you can refer back to them, in case you want to do like a top three of the year when it comes to the end of the year and things like that. You want to keep them.
So nuggets, little nuggets here. So the Business Bread and Butter Club. Hello. What would be your scheduler of choice?
Oh, you know what? I've played around with so many. Like it drives us crazy. This, but I think I've set on later.
Later, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. What one of the questions we got sent through was, what one thing can we do today to improve our reach, engagement, account? So you've given us the 3 bloopers and the 3 top tips, but what one thing, so the people that are kind of watching now just going, oh, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know where to start. One thing, what would you say?
So hard to put it in one thing, you know, Claire, because I really want to give you loads. But
I know, I know.
I would probably say that, like, if you've lost your engagement completely, or you're feeling like you've lost your way on Instagram, I would go right back to basics and look at your loyalist followers who are always liking, who are always commenting, or even if they're not commenting, they're always liking. Get yourself engaging with them human beings. They're obviously the ones Penny's shouting real. He's now like top dog
I
on.
know, that makes me laugh.
So yeah, I would go back to them loyal connections that you've got, because once you start connecting with them ones, even though there might not be that many, you'll start creating that engagement cycle with them, and then more people will come to you. Yes, Catherine. Catherine's a legend. She's amazing.
The marketing club, yes, engage with your loyal followers, absolutely. And this is why I love doing these lives, although I know Claire Trigasca's photography is watching, and she knows just how much I hate the camera. Like, I cannot, I'm almost like that. We'll just look at you for a bit. That's great.
Oh,
So yeah, so having conversations is, and connection, and more so than ever with the whole of the, the last couple of years going on. I think it's been a really key thing is to continue that, that having that conversation, and connecting with other people out there as well, especially the people that follow you every day and check in and say, hello.
Yeah, definitely. You should be nurturing them, because they're the ones that have supported you from day one, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Days.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got another question as well. Do you think it's a waste of time for people to compare their engagement this year or the last 3 months in comparison to 2020, 21, and how much time people spend on their phones? Oh, that's an interesting one. That is an interesting one.
Question, isn't it? Like, I feel like I definitely am quite analytical, so I think I would look at it in anyway, because I can't help myself. But I I would think you've always got to make sure when you do that, you need to account for all of them things that you said, Tiff. So
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah, more people were on the phones then, so engagement has definitely dropped. And like, you see people that are like, oh, is the engagement dropping? They say no, and you're like, oh, whatever, yes it has.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come on. But yeah, I think there's only a small amount of accounts that wouldn't, and normally they're like top creators that have been going for ages. So yeah, I don't think, yeah, of course, Tiff. I think it's hard to compare that, and I think if you did, and you're like me, and you're like inquisitive, but I would always, every time I do things like that, I always justify it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And and so much has changed, and it's almost like feels weekly or monthly, doesn't it? Like yesterday, we can now all go back to work. Great. That again is going to have an impact, isn't it? And whether you spend time on Instagram when you're commuting, whether you're on your train or the buses or whatever, again, it makes a difference. So I think one of my key things that I've always tried to live by is just staying in your own lane. And yes, compare when you feel you need to, but don't live by that comparison. And actually, Lucy Sheridan is brilliant on talking about comparison, and I know, and how not, it's difficult not to on occasions, let's be honest, but the important thing is yes, look, but try not to get too sort of deep into it. And like I say, the pandemic has just made such a difference, on a weekly, monthly basis about what our figures and things are saying. Then he says, I know for a fact my engagement is way lower, but I'm not looking back that instead of focusing how I can improve it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
He's doing the right thing.
Sorry?
And he's doing the right thing. He's jumping on Reels. And you know what? Even though there is more people using Reels now, and it is slightly harder than when Reels first came about to be seen, it's still higher engagement than any other piece of content that you'll have. Like, it's still improving my clients' reach by thousands and thousands.
Wow.
So it might not get the percentage engagement rate increase that you used to have in 2020, like Tiff said, but if you look at the reach that you're getting in front of, like, maybe say your reel just does 800 people, that's still 800 people that are actually seeing your reel. Like, if 800 people were sitting here, Claire, and I could see them, I'd die.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know. Opposite Claire, I'm fine on video camera, but you put us in front of loads of people in a room, I'm gonna want the ground to swallow us up.
But interestingly, I found, I don't know whether you can confirm this, but interestingly, with Reels, it may not be, well, certainly I found that, I can post a Reel and I'll get a lot of views straight away, and then it will tail off. And then somehow it's kind of found again, and then it's kind of picked up again. Have you noticed that it's not just the immediate kind of response? It kind of, so am I making any sense? Is what I'm thinking here coming out?
That's right. So, like, the average grid post lasts 48 hours, just your static posts and your carousels, whereas a Reel's lifespan is up to 4 weeks. They've not shared that statistic as far as I'm aware. So I've definitely noticed that does happen, because my viral reel was only around 2,000, and then I woke up 2 weeks later and my phone was going crazy and it went up to 262,000 people, and I was like, what? And I got followers just from that one reel. So it was good, but then I got imposter syndrome because I was freaking out about how many people see me.
Come on. So good though. Yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it? How I'm just going to try and scroll down because I saw a question. What makes a real winner? That's again from you.
I think short and sweet. I think the average reel is 7 seconds for the most popular that Instagram pushes.
Okay.
So even though they give you the option to do up to 60 seconds, I will be jumping on board and doing short, bite-sized video, vertical content that's eye-catching, that hooks your audience in, that makes them a reason to stay and watch, or gives them a reason to come and look at your caption. There's no point in just putting a reel out there that gives no value. My husband is reminding us that it's use the music trends. So what he means by that, trend in audio. So you've got to look for the little arrow at the bottom of the screen when you're scrolling through Reels. You'll see audio is trending. But even though he's right, I also like
I love that he's telling you.
I know, he's hilarious. I like to mix up my content with, I do use trending reels, but I also like to use other reels, because how boring is it to find like a reel that's been done like loads and loads of times on your explore page? So I like to mix it up, and it still does well. So I would be against using some other ones as well.
Absolutely. And this is probably going to be really controversial, so sorry in advance, but when you have the same music, so like it's a really popular music clip, and then you see that everyone's using it, and it's just like, oh my god, that song, now I just can't listen to it because it's just the same one. So I love the fact that we can use music, and I love the fact that we can add that to our reel to make it more powerful or whatever. But when it kind of hits a trend and it's the same, is that really controversial?
No, I think it's
I don't know if that's good, because you know, it's the same music. People are like, oh yeah, I remember that track, da, 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 da. Or whether it's best to stay away from the popular. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think you've got to mix it up. I think I definitely mix it up. Some like songs that some audios I really don't resonate with, and sometimes it won't like feel right for your brand, and that's
Yeah,
okay too. So I think you've got to like make sure you find the right line with it.
yeah,
And and yeah, I think shorter reels means less edit and less work, Benny says, and that is so true. Like
absolutely.
that's what I love about reels, because it takes me 2 minutes to knock up a reel, is whereas it would take us maybe an hour to create a really informative carousel post.
Yeah,
So that's where you're going to save time as a business owner, and we know we're all juggling so many plates.
yeah,
It is a good one to keep it short and sweet.
absolutely. Love it. So reels and carousels are the way forward.
Absolutely.
Now you're
Now you
showing. That's not me saying that, that's Benny saying that. Brilliant. RSNO says stuff, loving this refreshing information. It's so brilliant. It's so brilliant because like we said at the very beginning, isn't it? Everything is changing so quickly. And I think if you're a small business or you're whatever size business, you know, it's another thing to learn, isn't it? It's another thing to try and, you know, take on board. So I'm so glad that you've come on tonight and had a little chat with us. Thank you so much. It's
oh,
brilliant.
thanks everyone.
We sorry.
Everyone's been so lovely. I thought I was going to get hammered with the questions.
See, I've got a lovely audience. They're a fabulous community. They're always lovely. So you have very kindly shared with us how your day runs. So it's like clockwork,
Yeah.
absolute clockwork. You've also shared with us about how Social Syndicate came about and how it was just kind of nurtured in its first few months, and now look at where you are. It's brilliant. Your three biggest bloopers. I'm going to try and remember them already. Should have written them down. I will write them down. Three biggest bloopers. Just tell us again.
So it was hashtags in the comments instead
That's
of the
right.
cap. What else was it? It was not responding to comments, so
That's right.
posting, and no keyword in your username for your like searchable purposes.
And your three top tips were engagement.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm showing myself up now. My brain.
It's all
Engagement.
right. Kind of,
Post and goes. Benny's on it.
yeah.
And what was the other one? Engagement. Post and goes. What was the other one? It keeps cutting out. I'm sorry.
Consistency.
Consistency.
And no jargon, so it's broken up in bite-sized bits so that it's easy to digest.
That's right. I don't know if you can hear in the background. I should remember this for timing. Are the church bells, are they going through their practice? So all I can hear in this ear is, can you hear it?
No?
I live near our village church. And so I just sat down and pressed play or record or whatever. And they started playing. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh, I can't hear
So
it.
sorry. All I can hear with the bell ringers. They're very good. And it's lovely to have them back because they were very silent during COVID. But sorry.
No, it's fine. I can't hear anything.
Oh my God. And then the one thing we can do today is to go back to the very beginning and re-engage with all the people that have supported us from the very beginning.
Definitely.
Is that right? Is that right? And we also talked about all the new stuff that has just recently, in the last 24, 48 hours, been talked about this whole subscribing and the three different ways that people can start this subscription. It's actually starting over in the States, isn't it? It's being rolled out to us a bit later on, I think.
Yeah, it's only in the USA and it's only to a selection of creators over there. So I think it'll be a while before we get it. I just hope that people don't subscribe to all the creators over there and then none over here. That'll be annoying.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah. Save your pennies now, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, that is, I've had such a lovely chat with you. Does anyone else have, whilst we've got Esther here and her whiz brain and all the knowledge that she has, does anyone else have any questions? Female Phoenix, hi, hello. Does anyone else have any other questions? didn't think so. Well, what I'll do, Esther, is I'll save this and I'll share it as well. So people can come back and they can watch it and they can contact you via the social syndicate little underscore. And yeah, send
Yeah,
you
so much.
loads of people who will be, seriously, your phone's going to be crazy. Um, so much knowledge, so much information. Thank you so much for joining
Oh,
me.
thank you.
And yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us on.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Everybody's saying lovely things. Thank you.
They are. Thank you so much to everyone that's joined us this evening and giving up your time. It's been really, really lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. Take
Bye.
care.
Thanks.
Bye.